Hi everybody, Marco Carvalho here from businesscreditblogger.com. Today's video we are going to talk about another Net 30 vendor that reports to multiple business credit bureaus. And more importantly, for those of you who didn't watch last week's video, we talked about how to add your vendor accounts to multiple business credit bureau reports. So this video, for those of you looking for another Net 30 vendor that extends at Net 30 terms for office supplies, business supplies, then this is the video for you. So let's get started, okay? So as you'll see right here, this particular Net 30 vendor reports to Equifax Business, Creditsafe, Ansonia, the National Association of Credit Management, and Small Business Financial Exchange. I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about the Small Business Financial Exchange towards the end of this presentation. But this is a great Net 30 vendor. There's no shortage of you being able to find things that you need for your business to grow your business and get credit for your business. So let's talk about this Net 30 vendor account. So first and foremost, what is a Net 30? If this is your first time watching this video, as you know, that gives you the opportunity to get a credit limit from a business or a supplier or what we call a vendor, and they give you credit terms of Net 30. What that means is they give you an approved credit limit. It could be $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 or more. They allow you to buy all their products and services on that using that credit line. And then it creates an invoice. So when you check out and you buy those products, they send you the products or services. And then within 30 days, you have to pay that invoice off. So there's no interest you have to worry about with a Net 30 account. As a business owner, this is great because this allows you to conserve your cash flow. So if you're buying products for a specific event and the event happens, you get a lot of sales from the event. Well, the beauty of that is you didn't pay anything up front for those products, and after you turned a profit or got sales from this event, then you could pay your invoice off for those products and services. So that's a unique way to leverage Net 30 accounts, plus it helps you build up your company's credit. So trade lines, we hear a lot about that. When you're establishing more trade lines on that report to your business credit reports, that just shows that your company can manage more credit. It shows that your company can pay its invoices on time and establishes payment history. So when you apply for further credit, other vendors, suppliers, or even card issuers or lenders can check your business credit reports and see how you manage your financial accounts for the business. So some basic things you're going to need before you apply for a Net 30 account is, of course, you want to be incorporated as a business, because this allows you to create that separation between you and your business. Because when you incorporate, whether it's an LLC or corporation, then that becomes a separate legal entity separate from you. It's treated as an actual entity that can create its own credit file. So for those of you who, let's say you're sole proprietorship, you do get an EIN, but your company is still tied to you as an individual. So if you want to have that clear separation from a liability standpoint as well as a credit standpoint, then you want to incorporate and get an employer identification number for your business. You want to make sure your business is in good standing. So if you've been in business for quite some time, or if you had a business that you incorporated a couple years ago, and let's say you haven't really done anything with it, but you have some age and you want to start building business credit, the first thing you should do is go check with your state, look up your company on your state, do an entity search for your company within your state to see that it's in good standing, because most states require an annual report filing fee you have to pay. It's a very small amount. It could be $25 or $50. So if your company's inactive, you want to catch it up. So you want to reactivate your company with the state before you start applying for credit in the business. So you want your general business and contact information. So this is important to remember, because if you don't have your company email address set up, that's for your company, or your dedicated business phone number, this is information you put on a credit application when you're setting up a credit account or a Net 30 account. So that data you provide, that vendor will share that data with the business credit bureaus they report to. So the business credit bureaus, if they don't have your company, they might create a credit file. So that's where you want to make sure that you're set up, because it's more work for you to go back and update your credit report or make corrections to your credit reports. So that's where you want to have everything set up correctly. That's where we talk about in our business credit building system about corporate compliance or getting your company credit ready. That's very important. Business bank account, you want to have that established. Obviously, that's where your cash comes in from your business. That's how you manage another aspect of your company. So you want to have that set up as well. So let's talk about this Net 30 vendor. This particular Net 30 vendor, it's an office supply and business supply company. So this is a very easy company for you to find things you may need to run your business. You'll see the website, you go to net30office.com. That'll take you right to Office Gardener to get set up with your Net 30 account. That's office supplies. They have electronics, they have cleaning products, hygiene products, arts and crafts supplies. So there's a wide array of products you can find. They actually have 52 warehouses that they have products, and that's why I have their delivery is so fast. So if you're in a specific region and you order some products from them and there's a warehouse that's closer to you, they'll ship that product from that warehouse that's closer to where you're located, and that's how you get your product so fast. So they usually ship, if you make a purchase before 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they'll ship it out that day. So that's how fast they are. Okay, so net30office.com will take you to this Net 30 vendor, but don't go there yet because I'm going to share with you what the requirements are, which is very, very minimal requirements. First, they do require a $79 yearly membership fee. That's a yearly membership fee to give you access to the products and service, and it gives you a credit line for your business. At least 30 days in business. That's the only requirement they have, is you have to be in business 30 days. And you have to have, obviously, what I talked about setting up your company, you have to have your EIN number, no derogatories on your business credit report. So if you have derogatories, don't apply for this. But if you're just getting started, it's perfect. Also, when you do apply and you pay for the $79 yearly membership fee, you're going to get anywhere from an $800 to a $1,500 Net 30 account. Okay, so they issue initially up to $1,500 Net 30 account. Now, that doesn't mean you have access to $1,500 to using credit. They report this as a $1,500 trade line. So if your credit approval, let's say, is $800 credit limit, they're going to report that you have an $800 credit limit. But then they have what's called your usage of credit. So they give you a limit to how much you can actually use when you're shopping at their store. And they do that to minimize their risk. So they may give you a $1,500 credit approval, but only provide you a $600 usage credit. What does that mean? That means you have a $1,500 trade line that's reporting to your business credit reports. That's the credit limit they're setting for you. But when it comes to checking out in the store using Net 30, you can only buy up to $600 worth of products at one time. Okay? Then once you pay it off, you can use that $600 again. Now, what they do is once you have 2 invoices that you paid on time in a row, they then increase that $600 available usage credit even higher. Okay? So there's your reporting amount credit limit, and then there's the actual amount of credit you can actually use. Many different vendors have this type of risk management that they provide. So they're taking a risk. Remember, they're taking a risk giving you credit right off the bat because all you're paying is $79. You could be 1 month in business only, pay $79, and they're reporting a $1,500 or $800, $900, $1,000, $1,500 trade line to the business credit bureaus. But the risk they're having is they may only issue a $600 usage credit that you can use. And that's a risk for them, okay? So, but it's a 30-day risk. There's no interest to you. But that's how the reporting works. Now, you'll see right here, they report to Equifax Small Business, Ansonia, Creditsafe, Small Business Financial Exchange, and the National Association of Credit Management, okay? Now, Ansonia, Equifax, and Creditsafe are all business credit reporting agencies. I'm going to talk about SBFE a little bit more in depth, and NACM is similar to SBFE as well. Okay. Now, there's no personal credit check, no personal guarantee. This is huge for you because obviously your goal when you're starting out building business credit, you don't want to use your personal credit, let's say for Net 30 accounts, obviously, because they shouldn't be pulling your personal credit for a Net 30 account. So you want to apply for these what I call easy approval Net 30 vendors. We do list a whole bunch of them in our system, our business credit building system, which you can find at businesscreditbuilders.org. But this is just one of the many easy approval net 30 accounts you can get as a business. So you can get business credit and start establishing credit file right away. Okay, so let's talk about once you get approved. Then what happens is you go to net30office.com to apply, you set it up, and when you're approved, then under net 30 terms, they do have a minimum purchase of $45. That's if you're going to use your credit line. Okay, so when, let's say you go shopping and you buy a couple things, you put it in your cart, then what happens is you are going to add up to $45 and stuff in your cart. Then at checkout, you put net 30. And then orders are shipped the same day if you order before 12 o'clock. So that's how simple it is. I always tell members of ours to pay ahead of the due date. So if you made a net 30, you have net 30 terms, pay it on the 15th day or the 20th day, because that reports, and that's much favorable to you because you're paying better than terms, okay? So that's really simple when it comes to using your net 30 account with this particular vendor. So I want to talk a little bit about the Small Business Financial Exchange. This is one of the, just to go back real quick, you see that when you have this net 30 vendor, they report to Ansonia, Equifax Small Business, Creditsafe, SBFE and NACM. So who is the Small Business Financial Exchange? Who is that? They are not a business credit bureau, okay? You know, business credit bureaus, you have Dun & Bradstreet, you have Experience, Equifax Business, Ansonia, etc. They're what's known as a business data exchange warehouse. So what does that mean? What that means is there are members, there are companies that pay to be a member of SBFE, and as a result, they share their commercial data with the Small Business Financial Exchange. So they share, like for example, one of the members, and I'm going to share with you several of them. Well, let me just bring this up real quick. These particular companies are just some of the companies who are members of the Small Business Financial Exchange. You're probably familiar with them: American Express, Bank of America, Capital One, etc. So if you have, let's say, an account with Capital One as a business account, they share your payment experience, your company information with the Small Business Financial Exchange because they're a member of it, okay? So that's what it means with these particular members of SBFE is they report and share commercial data with the Small Business Financial Exchange. So what does the SBFE do with that data? Well, they compile it and then they make that data available to their certified vendors. Okay, and what that means is only these certified vendors, which are business credit bureaus, they compile this data from SBFE that members have shared, and then they create risk products that they in turn make only available to SBFE members. So the certified members of SBFE are Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, Experian Commercial, LexisNexis, and what happens is the members now can purchase risk products like a business report from Experian Commercial using SBFE data to assess the risk of a business, whether they want to give a loan or a line of credit or a business credit card, etc. Okay, so let me go back to this screen. So many of you, like let's say you may have an American Express business credit card, and some people say, well, they don't report to Experian Commercial, or they don't report to my business credit reports. I don't see them on Dun & Bradstreet. Well, remember, American Express is an SBFE member. So although they don't share commercial data directly to a business credit bureau, they're sharing their commercial data with the Small Business Financial Exchange. And what happens is the Small Business Financial Exchange is taking that data and making it available to the certified vendors, which is Experian Commercial, Dun & Bradstreet, LexisNexis, Equifax Business. And what happens is those business credit bureaus take that data along with their own data and create a specialized risk product and make it available only to these members. So you, as a business owner, may not even know you have an SBFE because this is only data that's available to members. So it's like it's like an exclusive club because these members of SBFE have access to credit products or risk solutions that you as a business owner have no idea what they're getting. A lender or a SBFE member like Bank of America may have tried to pull a specialized SBFE report that Dun & Bradstreet created on you, and that's where they made their decision on. So if the type of data that is available from the Small Business Financial Exchange coupled with the certified vendor, it's much more robust, much more comprehensive than sometimes the Business Credit Bureau can provide through their own warehouse alone. Okay, so that's where it's kind of like a very in-depth report the risk solutions are creating. So that's why this is so important. I'm letting you know this because if you have a vendor that you know they're reporting to SBFE, that's great for you because then you know that the Business Credit Bureaus is getting access to that data, and they take that data and may create a risk product using that data and make it available to members like Capital One, American Express, etc. Okay, so when you as a business, let's say, go apply for a Bank of America product where they're going to access a report that Experian created through SBFE data, well, guess what? You know that you already have several vendors reporting to SBFE. So that's what I'm talking about. Is you want to expand the data of your payment history. You want to be knowledgeable of who they're sharing their data with. Okay, so this is a vendor that actually shares with SBFE, which is really huge for you. So that's why I wanted to kind of share with you a little in-depth of who the Small Business Financial Exchange is. And they actually have 10 of the largest business credit card issuers contribute data to SBFE. Think about how big that is, okay? So you saw American Express, you saw Bank of America, you saw PNC, but this is really, really big for you, so you know kind of where your information is being shared with. Nine of the top 10 commercial lenders contribute data to the Small Business Financial Exchange. Okay, the thing I don't like is you as a business owner, you have no idea what SBFE has on you as a business. You can't pull an SBFE business report, or because they're not a business credit reporting agency, they're just a data warehouse, and they're sharing their data with these certified vendors. So you have no idea. The only way you know is going directly to a business credit bureau. So that's one thing that I think is pretty frustrating on our end, but what you could do to be proactive about it is getting credit with vendors or suppliers or card issuers, etc., that share data with SBFE. But one thing I do want to encourage you to do, you as a business owner have every right to inquire with a card issuer or a lender who they share data with. Ask them. You know, they may not disclose it to you, but ask. You have every right to ask. Okay, so and if you can't get an answer, obviously you're probably not going to get an answer directly from maybe someone who works in a certain department, but ask to speak with their billing department or the collections department, because they're the ones who know where that data goes. Okay, so I just want to encourage you to do that. So again, net30office.com will take you to this Net30 account. And this will help you build up some more trade lines. And remember, check out last week's video where we talked about if you have vendors that don't report to certain business credit bureaus, or if you have vendors, Net30 accounts, or even business accounts that don't report to your business credit reports, definitely check out this video up here where we talked about how to add those manually through on-demand business credit reporting. So, and if you want to check out our products and services, our funding products, our business credit building system, check out Business Credit Builders with an S.org. Give us a thumbs up if you found this information valuable. Let us know if through the comments what other Net30 accounts that you have. We'd love to hear from you. And click subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. That way you get notifications every time we're putting out videos and content. With that, make it a great day. We'll talk to you real soon.